Second, y'all. Give me a second. All right. Hey, good morning, everyone. I hope all is great. Oh, I edit that portion out. Now, day two. Yesterday we talked about how you don't have to have your PhD, or you don't have to be smart to start a business, because everybody think that only certain people, they've got you fooled, that only a certain kind of person can start a business, but that's not true. Anybody with a vision and with systems and with action, you can start a business. You can grow it. You can make millions in your business. So don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay. Okay. All right. Now, since I got this going over here, let me see what I got going on in IG over here. So I'm going to go live here. Now, the theme today is we're going to talk about you're stuck in your 9 to 5. Here's what smart entrepreneurs do. If you're stuck in your 9 to 5, I'm not telling you to leave your 9 to 5. I would never do that. I would never tell you to leave your 9 to 5. But here again, we're going to talk about what it is, okay? Because remember, 9 to 5, keep your 9 to 5, and we're going to tell you how to, hey, we're going to how to do 2 in 1, okay? Let's talk about 2 in 1. You know, have, and always, you know how some people do, they like to have the ice cream and cake and eat it too. That's what we're going to talk about this morning, all right? All right, let's begin. Now, one thing I want to let you know is 9 to 5 is not a trap. Your 9 to 5 is not a trap. 9 to 5, it can help. Your 9 to 5 can help you fund your dream. It can, if you manage your money, you know, work and don't just go and spend it all. Or, you know, after you pay your bills, you want to do this luxury. You may want to go on a luxury shopping spree. And did you guys know that during the vid, you know, 2020, you know what happened in 2020, everyone? During that time, did you know there's a lot of money that was made from different businesses that had the luxury items and luxury designer. So to me, everybody was doing it backward. What you should have been doing, you should have been taking that money, and you were at home, you couldn't go anywhere. You had time to kind of be in your own head, be in your own thoughts, and you could have made some decisions. You could have made some decisions. Hold on one second. I'm good. I'm good. All right. I'll be for a second. All right. All right. Now, what I was saying was, as a matter of fact, during that time, this is the time you should have been thinking. Like I said, you were in your own head, you were in your own thoughts. This is the time that you should have been thinking about setting up some stuff for yourself. You had the funding, you had the finances, right? You had the finances. You were able to sit down and plan. You were able to use some of the resources that you probably, and I know a lot of uncertainty was going on in 2020. A lot of uncertainty. Nobody know where it was going to begin or end for us. So the only thing I'm saying is now with you, it's not too late. Yeah, things have changed. Yes, we're really in a recession. Yes, we are. But however, you still can you can empower yourself from your 9 to 5 if you have one. But this conversation is not going to totally be about the 9 to 5. Okay. It's not going to totally be about it. All righty. Another thing is I need you to know is smart entrepreneurs. We're talking about entrepreneurs. You know, like I say, you don't have to have a PhD to be an entrepreneur. We're going to get that myth. We're going to get rid of that myth. That is not true. Okay. Smart entrepreneurs don't quit cold turkey. A lot of you, if it's not happening in 3 weeks, if it's not happening in 5 days, if it's not happening in a month's time, then guess what you do? You quit. You quit on yourself. You quit. You don't do that. Do not quit on yourself. You don't quit on your business. You continue on. You come up with systems. You get the help that you need. You make it happen. So if you're going to do a business, you got to be in it for the long haul. You have to be committed. You have to do the things that is going to require you to do, to be committed. Okay. And there's a strategy to all of this. There's strategies to making it happen. All right. Now, like I said yesterday, the next thing is, like I said yesterday, if you're in business, 9 times out of 10, you are a problem solver. What problem you're solving, only you would know that. And then if you and I were working together, I would have to get down into your business and know what's going on with you before I can answer that question. But the basics is, if you want to know what problem you're solving is, you need to find out what are the problems in your niche. Now, we're not talking about just getting out there randomly doing something. You need to do a survey. You probably need to just start researching and finding out what's going on in your niche, seeing, looking, and researching. There's ways to do that. And this is going to set you up for success, okay? I know that it's not sexy doing the work, doing the hard work, taking time and just planning your day, doing things that's going to help you move the needle in your business. And also, I got some things that some notes that I want to share with you. Like, for instance, getting out here, researching who is your customer, who is your client, learning how to make calls, learning how to interact with people, learning how to have emotional intelligence when you are talking with people, when you are out here promoting your business. All this stuff is important and all of this matters. Okay. So just like you're working the 9 to 5, for those that are working a 9 to 5 and want something else to outside of your 9 to 5, I'm not saying quit your 9 to 5. These are the things that you have to do for yourself, for your own business. From let's say from 5 to 10, or, a 2 or 3 hours, maybe a few days a week would allow you to work on your business. You can take a couple of hours in the afternoon, and I'm sure, and I'm not saying you have to, you have to give up, go cold turkey and everything. Sometimes some of you need to go cold turkey with some of the things that you're doing. You need to go to cold turkey on frivolous things that is not moving the needle in your life, and is not making things, it's not getting you to the next level. So sometimes you need to just get out all of that, get away from that, like the Netflix, TV and things like that. Trade that time for your, trade Netflix for your net worth. How about that? Trade that time, at least some of it, and then do some things. Like, it don't have to be from 5 to 10. It can be from 6 to 10. What are you doing? And some of you, I know you may have family. I know that you may have family. Okay. So we want to make sure that you free up some time to do some of the things that you want to do. This is what entrepreneurs do. They make a way. They find time to do what they need to do to promote their business. They find a way. They don't make excuses for it. So now, don't you think that a person that does that, do you not think that they're going to get somewhere in life? Absolutely they are. They're going to grow, and they're going to increase in knowledge, and they're going to be successful. And then you look at them maybe 6 months, 3 months, sometimes even less than, around 3 months, or a year, half a year, whatever. And you're going to see a difference, and you're going to see a change. So don't think that you got to have a PhD, or you got to be so highly intelligent in order to be able to be successful in business. If you don't physically know mentally or physically know how to do what you need to do, then guess what you need to do? You need to hire somebody to help you do it. You need to get somebody on your team. You need to know how to make that happen. You may have the resources, but you just don't have the skill set. Then you find someone that does. And there is ways to do that. There's a strategy to do that. So don't Don't sell yourself short. If you have a business idea, if you have something that you want to be entrepreneur, if you have something that you want to build generational wealth, you want to do something outside of, maybe you want to transition from your 9 to 5 into your own thing eventually, but you know you need to crawl before you walk, then you have to do something different than you are doing now. Okay, now another thing that a person that's into the entrepreneur stratosphere, what they do is, this is what smart entrepreneurs do to start their businesses. This is another thing that they do. They understand money moves. They understand money moves and not just making money. Because, some people out here, how to say this, the shiny object syndrome, you love that. You love getting in somebody else's lane. You can talk to somebody else about business, but then once y'all have that conversation, then you forget all about what you're going to do, and then you jump and doing what somebody else is doing only because you feel like that, oh, okay, the money part is here. But understanding your money moves is going to be very important. Let me give you a few of them that I'm talking about. You got to understand your cash flow in your business. You got to understand how to price in your business. You got to understand business credit. Oh, we're going to get down on that tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow. That business credit is good. We're going to talk deeply about that tomorrow morning. So don't miss out. Set your notifications for that. We will be back talking about that business credit. And the reason, and a lot of you have the opportunity, because I've done the research, you have the opportunity to build up on your business credit. Because if you got personal credit, a lot of times you already qualify because you're already in the realm of opportunities, but you just don't know it. But anyway, I don't want to get off on that. Let's understand these money moves before I get off here, because I have to get ready to leave in a few minutes because I have a client. Okay. Now, another money move is taxes, business taxes. When I was doing business taxes, did personal and business, this tax season, most of my clients already had their ish together. They had the plan, they had their deductions, they had most of their receipts, they had anything, they had verification of what they said it was deducting for one. Because when you come to me to do your taxes, if you don't have the proper documentation to prove whatever you say, whatever is real or whatever, I ain't fooling with you. Because I'm not losing my freedom fooling with someone that don't have their stuff together, and then I'm not doing it. So this is a money move that people in business make. And let me tell y'all something. Do not neglect. I know most of you probably want to get money back, or you're trying to put up a big loss or in your business and all these kind of things. But if you know what your tax deductions are throughout the year, just like when you take workshops and seminars and when you do things like that, guess what? You will have the opportunity to deduct some of those things. But you got to know the rules. Play by the rules. Don't come up with your own rules. And that's another thing in business. Play by the rules of the game. Stop putting your own rules in place, because you're not going to get anywhere. Because later on down the road, you're gonna hit a bump in the road, and it's going to set you back, because you're going to have to prove your case. It's going to set you back because you're going to be out of order. Things are not going to be the way they need to be in your world, because you went down another path and another road that you shouldn't have went down. So that is not beneficial to you. Okay. Now, another thing is, smart entrepreneurs do this. They invest in education. They invest in mentorship. So free information, yeah, it's all over the place. It's everywhere, and people just do. Yeah, it's everywhere. But you don't just want to get that. You want to be able to be with someone or to consult with someone that can help you get there and respect their time and respect what they have to offer you. If you don't respect their time and you don't respect what they have to offer you, then you're not gonna get very far. You're not gonna get. You need a map to get to where you need to be. Okay. Now the last one, and then we'll adjourn tomorrow or later on. I may even come on later on this evening. Who if I get time, I will. Smart entrepreneurs build systems. A side hustle, we ain't trying to hustle. I don't like that word for it. That you when you're in your business, you're doing what you're supposed to do. You're not hustling. When people see you doing things and every day you're doing something, or you're moving the needle in your business, or you're coming up with new ideas in your business, and people listen to me if you don't hear anything else I say. No. Guess what? It's not a hustle. You need to be doing this every day in your business. You need to be doing something to move the needle and grow in your business. You need systems in your business. Thanks for the love and thanks for the heart. You need systems in your business. So when you are in business, no, you're not hustling. You're doing what you need to be doing in your business, and that's making it grow, and that's paying attention to what's going on. You can't pick up a business Monday, Wednesdays, and Sundays or Saturdays. You got to be doing something every day in your business. Please understand that. You have to be doing something daily in your business. Now, that's going to be the last one. Now, remember, tomorrow we're going to talk about business credit. We're going to talk about things that's going to help you. If you can't get a grant, if you want a grant out here in this world, and if possibly maybe you can't get a grant, or you're not ready for that, that major step, because it requires a detailed business plan. Most grants do. And in order for you to know exactly what you need for your business, remember this: no company is going to give you money if they don't know your plan for the money that they're going to give you. And that includes grants. That includes it. It don't leave it out. It includes it. So if you're not one of the ones that know how to do it for yourself, you need to get the help, like I mentioned earlier, the mentorship and the education in order to make it happen. Make it happen, Gab. Make it happen. Whatever you're doing, whether you're writing a book, whether you're doing a workshop, whether you're speaking, whether you're having a service business, whether you're having an online business, whatever it is, having a great plan of direction is going to take you places that you cannot even imagine you need to be. Okay? And I'm going to leave you with this. You were created for greatness. You have greatness within you. You have greatness setting upon you. That aura in you or on you is lit up. It's a bright light. And people see that around you. They may not tell you that, but they see it. And until you believe it, you will never see it within yourself. But people on the outside already see that bright light in you. That's why you have so much opposition at times. So let's not do that. Let's be focused on what we need to be focused on, and let's get out here, and you're going to be that smart entrepreneur too, because you're going to do things differently than you have been doing. Okay, so if any of you here on the replay, thanks for being here. And also, I'll see you in the morning. We may be a little bit early in the morning. I'm going to get my mic together here because I like the crisp and the clear, and I think the mic on my video it's the one that's doing it today. So anyway, this is just been a lot of challenging with some of my technology things. So anyway, see, can I get my grandson to kind of help me and see what's going on over here with it? All right. Okay. But that's all I want to say to you. And you have a beautiful day. And remember, you were created for greatness. You have greatness within you. Okay, so that is all I'm going to say. And I shall see you guys tomorrow morning or later on today. All right, have a beautiful one.